Today, we are going to be trading Patrick Mahomes every single year to a different NFL team to see how many Super Bowls he can win in that time. So it is the beginning of year number 1 of this 10-year simulation with Patrick Mahomes, and every single year, we are going to be trading him to a different team based on a wheel that we'll get into in year number 2. But year number 1, the 2022-2023 NFL season, obviously he's going to be on the Kansas City Chiefs, so let's simulate year 1 and see where we stand around playoff time. So year number 1, the Chiefs make the playoffs at 12-5. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket very quickly. So the Chiefs are going to be the number 4 seed in the AFC, and they will play the Patriots in the wild card round. Mahomes' stats for year 1 was 4,582 passing yard, ranking him 11th in the league. He had an amazing touchdown to interception ratio, 41 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions with a 69% completion. Patrick Mahomes also is going to win MVP in the first of the 10-year simulation. For the entire simulation, we are not going to jump into wild card or division games in the playoffs. We're only going to jump in if he makes the AFC Championship or NFC Championship, depending on what team Patrick Mahomes wind up being on, and then obviously we'll jump in for the Super Bowl for a sim on the field. So let's see if Patrick Mahomes is moving on to the AFC Divisional with the Chiefs. He is not. Patrick Mahomes loses 31-17 in year number 1, and now it's time for the first trade. So before we jump into year number 2, we need to know what team Patrick Mahomes is going to be on. So all 32 NFL teams are here. If we happen to land on the Chiefs, we will spin it again. He cannot be on the same team for 2 consecutive years, but he can come back to the Chiefs, let's say, in about 5 or 6 years if the wheel lets it happen. But let's see, where is Patrick Mahomes going? Sorry, Chiefs fans. He is going to the Philadelphia Eagles, who are an excellent roster in Madden. So this Eagles roster is looking really good. You have A.J. Brown, 91. You have Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, and 99 overall, Patrick Mahomes. On the defensive side of the ball, guys like Darius Slay, Fletcher Cox still here. It looks like they did lose James Bradbury, I guess, in free agency. You have C.J. Gardner-Johnson at the safety position. So a very good team looking to win the Super Bowl. Second year of the simulation done, the Eagles find their way into the playoffs here with Patrick Mahomes at 11-6. They will take on the 49ers in the divisional round. As for Mahomes, does he go back-to-back MVP? 38 passing touchdowns, 6 in the NFL, 11th in passing yards with 4,784 yards. He had 403 completions with a 70% completion percentage. His touchdown interception ratio wasn't as good as it was last year, but still really solid. 38 touchdowns, 13 picks. Did he win the MVP? Let's see. Teddy Bridgewater won MVP for the Commanders. Talk about something I did not expect happening in this video, and Mahomes finishes second. But here we go. It's time to see, will they get knocked out again in the wild card round, or is Mahomes and the Eagles going to the next round? And he's 0-2 so far to start off the simulation, losing both games in the wild card round as a home favorite. The time has come once again to trade Patrick Mahomes from the Philadelphia Eagles for year number 3. And what team are we going to this time? Is it my Giants? No, he's going to go to the 49ers. 3 really good teams in this video. This may be the best roster Mahomes has ever played with, at least in terms of his weapons, maybe not offensive line. Deebo Samuel, 94. McCaffrey at the running back spot, 99 overall. Mahomes is a 99. He has a 96 overall. George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk, 87. And OBJ, I don't know if you can see it because my camera's kind of in the way, but Odell Beckham Jr. is on the team, 85 overall. As for the defensive side of the ball, looks like Nick Bosa is gone, no longer a 49er. We have Fred Warner, though, and some other good pieces on this 49ers defense. Year number 3 is done, and the 49ers and Mahomes find themselves back in the wild card round, 11-6 as the home favorite here. Can Mahomes finally win a playoff game in this simulation? But first, let's go ahead and check out the stats to see if he won MVP. 4th in the league in passing touchdowns, 18th in the league in passing yards, 4th in passer rating, though. That might be good enough to win MVP, even though the yards are kind of low. He had 38 touchdowns to 5 picks, amazing touchdown to interception ratio, about 4,500 passing yards, and a 68% completion. Let's see, did he win MVP? Yes, he did. His second MVP of the video. That is awesome. But now he's got to finally win a playoff game. Can Mahomes and the 49ers come out on top against Seattle? Come on, Mahomes. At least one playoff win. Come on. Don't be cursed. He finally wins, and now we have to go to Green Bay. So we have the divisional game here. We have Green Bay, and we have the Niners. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is still on this team. I don't know who the Packers quarterback is, but it doesn't matter because now we're going to Dallas for the NFC Championship game. So we are going to super sim this game. I am not going to jump onto the field. I'm not going to take up too much time. I don't want this video to be too long, but the 49ers and Mahomes get out to an early lead. They're up by 7. These teams are going back and forth, but Mahomes is going touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Will we see Mahomes' first Super Bowl? It's 31-17, 31-24. We might have to slow it up. Slow it up just a bit. Let me control it here. It's tied now, 31-31. Mahomes with a chance to take the lead and send his team and go to his first Super Bowl of the video. McCaffrey running the ball right here. They need a first down, a field goal. There's the first down right there. Elijah Mitchell gets it. Now they can knee it down and take the field goal. Let's try to jump in live. Can we jump in live here? Can we go to the next play? This is to send the 49ers and Mahomes to the Super Bowl in year number 3. And I think it's good. Yes, Mahomes and the 49ers in year 3 go to the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is the Jags versus the 49ers. I did not expect to see the Jags here. I guess Trevor Lawrence is doing really good in Jacksonville, but let's see who's going to win this Super Bowl. Same thing, we are simulating to the end of the game. If it gets close, we jump into the game here. It is 7-7. 49ers and Jags going back and forth. Jags put it 1 on the board. 1 touchdown for the 49ers. It's 17-14 Jags right now. 49ers, here comes Mahomes. A touchdown, take the lead. We're in the 4th quarter. We're going to slow it up. 49ers by 8 right now. They're up 11. Okay, we're going to slow this up. Can I change this? I want to change this to normal speed. Okay, here we go. 49ers have the ball. I don't know if they turned over the Jags or what happened right there. Another first down. I think it's over. Can they knee it out? They can now knee it out. The 49ers and Mahomes are going to win the Super Bowl, and it's over. Can we see the animation? It's over. Mahomes in his 3rd year, the team he beat with the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. Now he wins a Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers, and the celebration is on here. I don't know where the Super Bowl is. I don't know what year we're playing. I don't know what stadium this is. Actually looks like AT&T. I don't know what Super Bowl number this is, but it looks like the 49ers are going to win it. There's Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence with the QB hug at midfield. Looked like he was wearing number 14 here for the San Francisco 49ers, but let's see it. We got to see Mahomes hoist the Lombardi trophy. Everybody's celebrating here. The curse isn't broken. They win the first round. They go all the way, and let's see it. Hoist that Lombardi trophy, Patrick Mahomes, for the 2nd time in your career. The 1 season with the 49ers, and he's a Super Bowl champion. Going into year 4, goodbye to San Francisco, but at least you're going out as a Super Bowl champion. Now we need to know, what team is Mahomes going to for year number 4? The Baltimore Ravens. He has had a ton of great teams in this video. So Mahomes works his way back to the AFC with Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins in the backfield, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, another great tight end. He's worked with Andrews now, George Kittle, and Kelsey in this video, and Dallas Goedert, who's really good too. We have a good offensive line for Patrick Mahomes, way better than the one in San Francisco. And then what do we have on the defensive side of the ball? Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey. And then we have some guys, I guess, that are auto-generated, like Harrington, Gray. We're going to get into that now. We're getting a few years up. People are retiring, and these rookies that aren't real are coming into the game. For the first time this video, Mahomes actually gets the bye. The Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC at a record of 13-4. That leads you to believe he won another MVP award. Is he going for 3 right now? 29th in the lead, actually, in passing yards, 13th in passing touchdowns. Hold on a second. Tell me like J.K. Dobbins won like Offensive Player of the Year out of the backfield, or the Ravens rushing attack, or their defense was just suffocating. How did Mahomes only throw for 3,700 yards and 34 touchdowns, and they're 13-4? Did he win MVP? I'd be shocked, honestly, with those stats. No, Joe Burrow wins it at 12-5. Mahomes does finish at 3rd, though. Now we get an AFC North matchup, and because Mahomes has already won a Super Bowl, we're not going to jump into these championship games. We're only going to go ahead and jump into the Super Bowl. So let's see. It's the 12-5 Bengals with Jamar Chase. I'm assuming Joe Burrow is still there, up against the Ravens. And who is going to take this one? Who's going to the Super Bowl? Is it Ravens or Bengals? It is the Bengals in a 55-52 loss. Real quick, everyone, before we get back into the video, only about 4% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. If you're enjoying the content you are seeing, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But let's get back into the video. If you're Mahomes right there, no shame in losing that one. You put up 52 points. You played well enough to win that game for sure. But now we need to know, year number 5, halfway through this 10-year simulation, what team now is Mahomes going to? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another great team, but I have to remember, this is 5 years in the future. Who knows what their roster's looking like? So we have the Buccaneers roster in year 5. Evans and Godwin still here. Fournette, 86 overall, still in the backfield. I have to imagine, though, some of these guys getting older. As for the defensive side of the ball, maybe one of the worst defense he's worked with this year, Vita Vea. So this isn't a great roster. Jamel Dean, Winfield's actually here too, and Carlton Davis. Maybe I underrated them a little bit. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to make a Super Bowl this year, though. I stand so corrected. The Buccaneers are 15-2 in year 5. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC. They made me eat my words. Wow. Mahomes has to be MVP. Second league in passing yards, first in the league in passing touchdowns in his age 30 season, 5,000 yards almost, 45 touchdowns, 11 picks, give him the MVP. We already know he won the MVP in year 5. Josh Allen won MVP? I need to see Josh Allen's stats. I don't normally look at these other players' stats, but we got to see Josh Allen's stats now after that. 4,900 yards, 36-7, TD interception, but he's only 10-7. Mahomes is 15-2. So we got an NFC South matchup in the divisional round. It's the Panthers. Brian Burns is a 98 overall top threat up against the Bucs. We are not going to watch the divisional round. Let's see if Mahomes is making it. Don't lose in your first game at home. Okay, they did not. Now they're in the NFC Championship game. Nick Bosa, we found out he's on the Bears now. 15-2 Bucs up against the 11-6 Bears. Chance to go back to the Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. Is he going back? Come on, Mahomes. They are going back. It is going to be the Buccaneers and the Colts in the Super Bowl. So the Buccaneers have a chance to end it here. Less than 4 minutes left. They are in Colts territory. Guarantees them a field goal. Now they're at the 10. Let's watch Mahomes. We haven't watched Mahomes at all actually go to work. He has a chance to ice his second Super Bowl of the video. Third all-time at the 10. It's 2nd and 10. Over the middle. Not sure exactly who he hit right there. Number 3 for the Buccaneers. I don't know who it is, but somebody kept him out of the end zone. I thought he was getting in. I thought it was going to be a 2-score game. But now they're at the 2-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. Fournette there in the backfield. Leonard Fournette still there. Mahomes, is he going to give it to Fournette? Or we have a pass here on 3rd and 2. It's going to be a pitch. Fournette looking to find the end zone. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and then they carry him into the end zone. And it looks like the Buccaneers and Patrick Mahomes are going to win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has won another Super Bowl in the simulation, this time with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They made me eat my words. I said I didn't even think they'd make the Super Bowl. They go 15-2, number 1 seed in the NFC, and Mahomes does it again. Gets another Super Bowl, his 3rd all-time, one with the Chiefs, one with the Niners, and now one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, I don't know who the quarterback there is for the Indianapolis Colts. Can I see a name? It might be an auto-generated player, but number 1, here comes the Lombardi. Mahomes rocking the number 1 for the Buccaneers. That Tristan Wirfs on the podium with him. Lift that one up. Todd Bowles is there. Lift that one up. Mahomes, a Super Bowl champion for the 3rd time, back at Hard Rock Stadium where he won his first. 5 more years to go, 5 more teams to be traded to, and Mahomes has won 2 Super Bowls in this 10-year or 5-year simulation so far. 10-year simulation in total. Where is he going? The Houston Texans, finally a team that in the past that we've seen in real life have not been very good, but this is 5 years in the future from where we are right now, so let's see what they look like. So the offense doesn't have a lot of real players anymore. We have Dameon Pierce, who's a rookie right now in real life, but 5 years in the future, he's a 90 overall, or 6 years now. We have Moody, Brandon Cooks. Okay, I didn't notice Brandon Cooks, he's there. The fullback, though, is auto-generated. The tight end, Moody, the wide receiver. The offensive line is not very good. You have Laramie Tunsil here, who's pretty solid. Other than that, though, not very good. The defense, Stingley, who's a rookie right now as well. 5 or 6 years into the future. Marcus Davenport, Isaiah Simmons is here as an X Factor. Huffman as an X Factor, auto-generated guy. Let's see how they do. The Texans are lucky to make the playoffs here with Mahomes in year 6. They win a bad division at 9-8, squeak into the playoffs. They have to play the Browns in round 1 in the wild card round that are 11-6. But let's check out the stats for Patrick Mahomes in year number 6. 24th in the league in passing yards and touchdowns. That's not very good. 4,000 yards passing, 27 touchdowns to 11 picks. Definitely his worst season so far. But let's go ahead and take a look at the yearly awards. Josh Allen does win MVP, and Mahomes isn't even in the top 10. Let's see if they get knocked out in the first round. Something tells me this time they're going to get knocked out in the first round, but we know I jinxed him when he was on the Buccaneers, and they wind up winning the Super Bowl. So let's see what happens. Does Mahomes lead them to a win? No, he does not. They lose in the wild card. My apologies, Texans fans. Not even Patrick Mahomes could save you. 4 more years to go here. Not going to be on the Texans. Where is he going? Is he going to stay in the AFC South? Yes, he is, with the Tennessee Titans. Year number 7 in the AFC South, and I cannot believe that Derrick Henry's still on this team. I have to see. How old is Derrick Henry? 34 years of age. Actually younger than I thought. In year number 7. I thought he was going to be like 36 plus. I couldn't believe he was still on the team. I thought he had been retired by now, especially for a running back. I wouldn't expect him to play that long, but we still have Derrick Henry. Other than that, not a lot of great pieces offensively for the Titans. As for the defense here, we have Jeffrey Simmons, and that's about it. So Mahomes gets into the playoffs with the Titans this time around with a 12-5 record, better than what he had with the Texans at 9-8. They're going to play the Bills in the wild card round. Looks like it's Josh Allen versus Mahomes once again, but let's go ahead here and take a look at the stats from Mahomes. 12th in the league in passing yards, 5th in the league in passing touchdowns, much better from last year. 38-14 TD to interception ratio, not bad. 4,500 yards, 66% completion. Did he happen to win MVP? Hasn't won MVP in a while. Tyrese Clayton looks like an auto-generated player. He won MVP at a 74 overall. Very impressive. Where did Mahomes finish? At number 10. Pretty surprised about that. I thought his stats were pretty good. I thought he'd at least make it inside the top 5, but we want to win Super Bowls. We don't really care about MVPs. Let's see what Mahomes is going to do. Can he beat the Bills and Josh Allen? Yes, he can. 42-21. Can he get back to the championship game? It's been a while since he's made it to a championship game. 4 more years to go, including this one. It's Colts-Titans. They win. They are in the AFC Championship game. Now they have to beat a 13-4 Chargers team with Deebo Samuel. Can Mahomes get back to the Super Bowl? Here we go. Moment of truth. Mahomes does not make it back to the Super Bowl. They lose 9-7 in the AFC Championship game. So Mahomes at age 32 can't get back to the Super Bowl. Loses 9-7 in the AFC Championship. 3 more teams to go. Can he win an MVP or a Super Bowl next year? Looks like he's going to be going to the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have some decent weapons for Patrick Mahomes to work with here. We have Drake London, who's going to be an 88. We have Kyle Pitts at a 99, another amazing tight end for Mahomes to work with. And the offensive line is very, very solid. A lot of auto-generated guys are at this point. In year number 8, AJ Terrell's a 93 overall. Other than that, a lot of auto-generated guys. So let's see what happens in year 8. For the first time this video, Patrick Mahomes has failed to make the postseason. They have failed to make the playoffs. The Falcons go 5-12, and Mahomes in year 8 is not going to the playoffs, so he's not winning a Super Bowl this year, which means he's probably not winning an MVP this year. Did he play every game? I'm curious about that. Looks like he did. About 4,000 yards passing, 26 touchdowns to 13 picks. Definitely didn't win an MVP. Mahomes in year number 8 has fallen to a 95 overall off of one of his worst seasons, if not his worst season of all time. 2 more years to go. Can Mahomes get back into the playoffs and get back to the Super Bowl? He hasn't been there in a while. I don't know. What does the Panthers look like? We're going to have to see. 2 more years, including this one, for Mahomes to make it back to the Super Bowl. Doesn't look like a great offensive roster here, though. Auto-generated wide receivers, tight end is an 87, though, a 93. Offensive lineman. Defensively, Brian Burns is still here in 97. Other than that, not a great roster, though. So Mahomes does not make the playoffs once again at 6-10-1 for the Carolina Panthers. So it is not looking good in year number 9. He needs desperately to get traded to a contender in year number 10 to have a chance at a Super Bowl in year number 10. 4,500 yards passing, 27 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. One last spin for Patrick Mahomes. Will he get traded back to a contender at a 96 overall and have a chance at one last Super Bowl? At this point, I don't know which teams are good. We're 10 years in the future. We just have to hope for the best. Let's hope the Saints are good. The final year of this simulation, it's Mahomes on the Saints, 95 overall. Chris Olave is on the team. Other than that, almost everybody auto-generated at this point. The defense, almost everybody auto-generated. Kyle Hamilton's here. but that's literally it. And in Patrick Mahomes' final season, the 10th season of the video, he did not make the playoffs. He loses a tie to the Panthers. They both go 10-7, but the Panthers win the division, and Mahomes is not in the playoffs. A disappointing second half to this video. In the first half, Mahomes was on all contenders, made 2 Super Bowls, won 2 Super Bowls, won a couple of MVPs, but in the second half, really went to a lot of bad teams, missed the playoffs a lot of times. 38 passing touchdowns in his final year, 4,444 passing yards though. Kind of cool, 38-13. Did he happen to win MVP? I don't think that's possible. He didn't even place in the top 10. They did not make the playoffs. And can we check out the career stats for Mahomes? Mahomes, throughout his entire career so far, is still not retiring. How old is Mahomes? Does it say he has 14 years here? Can't see how old he is. We'll check that out in a second. Almost 63,000 passing yards, 503 touchdowns to 145 picks with 66% completion. So he's not done yet. He's 35, a 98 overall. That's going to do it for this video, everyone. If you enjoyed this type of video, let me know in the comments down below another player you would like to see a video like this for in the future. Also want to give a big shout out to MADDEN, another YouTube channel that does videos like this one for NBA 2K. So if you want to check out that video, I'm going to link them in the description down below and throw it on the screen for you all. But I hope you all enjoy the video and have a great rest of your day. Peace.